Welcome back to the Spartan Update podcast. I'm your host, David Narowski. It's currently 38 degrees out on this chilly Friday morning. I'm joined with my cast and crewmate, Jackie Bahari, and our special guest, Miss Conti. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well being here, and I'm so impressed with this studio and how you run it. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I know you are such a heavy, influencer of yoga. How did you get started in yoga?
Okay, well, it's kind of a long story. I won't bore you with all the details, but it started, first of all, I was not a yoga person my whole life. I played soccer all through high school, and then I went to college. And
Where did you go to college?
I went to Villanova University.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
wow.
I didn't, so I went there and was playing soccer, and it was like
you played D1 there?
Yeah.
That's
yes.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you. Yeah, it was
Good
exciting.
for you.
Yeah, since you're mentioning it, I didn't want to even
really
visit there
impressive.
because they didn't have any scholarships at the time, and I was, played my whole life, so I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to, be rewarded a little bit for all the
100%.
work and all the time and money my parents put into me traveling everywhere to play on the state team. And then my mom, she was like, "Oh, Tina, please, can we just visit Villanova? My grandmother lived close to that. I love the chapel." And I'm like, "Mom, I'm not going to visit a school that, they don't,
Yeah.
it's not right for me. I just know it." Anyway, she talked me into it, and I went. And that day, they offered me their first women's scholarship that they ever had.
Oh my gosh,
So it was
congratulations.
meant to be. Yeah, it was pretty,
Meant to be.
pretty cool. Yeah. So I ended up going because I loved it, and it was closer to home.
Closer.
Than I was thinking of going all the way to North Carolina. So
Wow.
yeah. So anyway, it worked out. But when I was there, I started, in August training, and then through the whole preseason and then into the season, I hadn't been home. So my first weekend home was in November, and I was really excited to see my family, just hang out and have some home cooked meals. And I have two younger brothers. I was 18 at the time. My brother Georgie was 16, and my little brother's 13, Eddie. And my brother George had a big state championship soccer game. He played for Neptune. And I had to leave because I had missed so many Fridays and Mondays because of traveling with soccer.
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you kidding me? My game's Tuesday. You're not going to stay for the game?" I'm like, "I can't. I'm going to fail out of school if I don't get back, So, of course, I stayed. Little twist of the arm. And my brother, unfortunately, that evening before the game, they were TPing. You know how the kids
Yeah.
TP before. And when he was running to the car, the driver of the car had the lights out and ended up hitting him as he was running into the street.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And what happened was we all came to the scene of the accident. I was home. I was blessed to be home. I was really thankful that I was there. And he seemed fine, We were just like, "You're going to be able to play tomorrow. Don't worry," because I knew that soccer was a big part of his life, and
Yeah.
he didn't want to let his team down. So what ended up happening was we went to the hospital, and then unfortunately there was too much internal bleeding, and the doctors couldn't save him. So
Oh my God.
what happened was, we lost him that night. That was a Tuesday night, and actually it was Monday night, and before the Tuesday game, and I didn't go back to school right away. But when I did go back to school, sorry to get so heavy, but it's just part of my journey, so I like to share it.
No, yeah, 100%.
Because like I said, yoga wasn't my thing. I never even thought of sitting still and breathing and like stretching. Just
Yeah.
like, let's go, let's move, let's run.
That's like me.
A lot of people. But somebody said, "Tina, I was struggling. I went back and
Yeah.
I was struggling just sitting in class. Like my mind was just everywhere but where I was." And somebody said, "You really should do something for your mind. You're so physical. You're always like working out and things. You need something for your mind to focus and help you to like let go of whatever you're going through." And I didn't think it would work, but it did, and I never went back to it. So when I found a yoga practice right outside of Villanova, it was amazing, and it just helped me so much. So through the rest of the years I was there, I practiced that as well as played soccer. And like I said, I never went back to not doing it.
Yeah.
I realized what a mindful practice it is, and how, yes, it strengthens your body, but it's mostly about quieting your mind and focusing your mind and starting to like tune everything out that's going on. Because when you're doing the practice itself, you really can't think of much else other than like balancing and breathing. So that pretty much saved me. And then when I
Wow.
left college and I wanted to be a teacher, I decided to also incorporate that into my teaching.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's
That is such
amazing.
a strong and like emotional story, and it's so powerful because there's such a strong meaning behind it. So like you project your yoga like with how you embraced it in college, and I think that's so incredible to have such like a powerful like message behind it without really like showing it in front of everyone, because like without like this conversation I would have never known.
And thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yeah, thank you. I like to share it for many reasons. One, because a lot of people think like yoga is just the physical part for me. You know, they're like, oh, I can't do your yoga class. It's going to be so challenging. Because I kind of call it power yoga, but really power yoga is just the power of your mind and body, that connection that you can create by doing the practice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when I tell my story, they realize, people, like you're saying, realize that it was like, it came to me because it was a need. It was a need for me, and now I'm so lucky to have this in my back pocket, you know, this practice to be able to share with other people who might be going through similar things, or we're all going through something. There's always something that we're going through.
Especially like teenagers, like they're everywhere, like they're the most sleep deprived, like they're the most stressed,
and now social media
is definitely a huge impact on it. And like I feel like even as myself, like as a senior, like more towards like fall, but like my mind, this over here, that over there, and like I just never had a chance to like really sit down and like take time for myself, because like all the college applications, like so many due dates that you had to meet. And now like actually I get up in the morning, like I've been doing it since like the new year really. I get up at like 6 and just take like 15 minutes to myself. I breathe. I do some yoga stretches actually. I always like to stretch, and it always like makes me have like a more positive outlook on the day. Like,
that's awesome. It's like your first win of the day.
Yeah.
You know, you did something for you.
No, yeah, and it doesn't take long. Like, I mean, I got up and instead, like, before I just sit on my phone in my bed, and like maybe I'd fall back asleep. So like, that's always
like what I do right now. I feel like I need to start like doing.
You need to get some yoga in there.
I need to do some yoga. My sister meditates. That's different than yoga, right? Like meditation and yoga.
Well, yoga is like meditation in motion, you know.
Gotcha.
So you do get in a zone, like in a calming. Like I went to a class last night, and I was saying everything that I brought with me to the class, it was just gone while I was practicing. I didn't think about any of it. So it is a form of meditation for sure. The breathing aspect of it really makes the difference, you know, if you can get into the inhales and the exhales, especially if you can practice inhaling, even if you're having trouble sleeping at night, inhaling 1 to 4, and then trying to exhale maybe to 8 to double that exhale. Double the inhale. So if the inhale's to 4, your exhale would be to 8. But even if you don't get to a double of the number, it just if you could extend your exhales, it really makes a difference. It really helps to calm the nervous system.
I like during tests and quizzes, like we learned about stress and like psychology, and she told us like feet flat on the floor, your chest back, like everything relaxed, so you can open like your rib cage. And she's like, inhale for as long as you can, and then exhale slowly. Do that 3 times. It'll help you remember more. Like it'll help like just calm your body down. And she also said to approach, like, if you're nervous about a test, like, pretend like it's biting you so you can laugh, so, like, you're not so nervous.
I
feel like a little life hack for you.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I get stressed, like, I always have to take, like, a deep breath, because it really just...
Or I put on a face mask, like...
Yep.
Or skincare.
Doing some skincare, yoga.
Yeah.
Wait, did we do yoga at this...
There's a picture of me.
There was a picture. She came over my house, and like we had like a whole spa night, and we did yoga. It was
so funny.
Wow.
It was like kind of funny. You know, like comfies, like the sweatshirt. I was in a comfy.
We were both in comfy, so like we were like it was so.
I gotta find it. It's literally.
But we were having a
I think
spa
you should start a class. That sounds great.
It was like no, it was we had like our face masks on. We had like we were in like our pajama pants. We were all comfy, and
oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Quite the classic.
We put I lit a candle.
You had
my
a
one
candle.
singular candle.
Your room was clean too, so there's a plus.
Yeah. Oh, do you know anything about like messy rooms, like a messy mind? Is that like true or anything?
Well, they say to like set yourself up for success, you know, like to have everything in its place, you know, that feng shui, making sure everything is clear. It helps to clear your mind for sure. I'm not
I need to clean my room.
great at that, but
yeah.
Here's the picture.
Oh, that is awesome.
Show the camera. That's Ava. That's Ava.
That's me in my comfy.
I mean,
doing some yoga with you can't see, but I have a face mask on.
Yeah, and we had like our headbands on. We were having a very nice spa day. Okay, we don't need to show that to
Jackie
the camera.
meditating.
We were trying.
Yeah, but we sat there just like facing each other.
We tried.
Yeah, like the effort's there. And also like in gym, I love yoga with
Me
Miss Schultz,
too.
but she's not here anymore. She went to the middle school for the second semester.
You should teach it.
Yeah, you
you
should.
know what? A lot of the phys ed teachers at the high school have been inviting me in, and I was able to go into the wrestling room, which is an
Yeah.
awesome space. Is that where you practiced? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Mrs. DeMiro's.
Or Miss the
Oh,
yoga,
yeah.
the choir
That's a nice
yoga
Oh
room.
yes,
Yeah.
that's the other place.
I know our
B101.
choir.
Yeah.
It's the best spot.
Yeah.
Miss DeMiro had all the collected mats, and it's really such a peaceful place.
Do you work with her like one-on-one with like? Do you sometimes do like yoga with her?
Well, we've been doing staff yoga. For
Oh,
the,
that's awesome.
Yep. So we offer that usually once a month. Sometimes we'll try to do it twice a month, but yeah. So we go into the B101 and invite the teachers in, and it's at the end of the school day. So I'd love for more teachers to take us up on it and be part of it, because it's
Yeah.
really a nice. I know sometimes at the end of the day it's hard. You just
It's
want to
like
get
you
out
wanna
and want to
leave.
go, right?
And there's like
But
stress students are. Teachers are equally as stressed because
Definitely.
everything's
They
going
should do like
on.
an open yoga like after school
Open
for
yoga.
students. Like-
Yes. that would-
actually, Mrs. DeMiro mentioned that to me, that she wanted to start incorporating that into the schedule. So we'll see. if we
Yeah,
can
like-
do that too.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. Like you could split like a block in half, like have like an elective
Oh,
for
yeah.
it, like yoga and then wellness and
Wow.
like
Oh yeah, you guys should make that. I didn't really.
talk to Mr. D. Pasquale. He got us in here.
Yeah.
This is like a
He's
new
the
class.
man.
Like he
That
changed
should
the
be
whole
so
name.
cool.
Yeah. Like for like next year they can do like a wellness like self
Mhm.
discovery, like
And I feel
not
like a
like
lot of
discovery
peop-
science, but like more towards like mental health, like for
Mm.
students, and then like
Mhm.
have
Okay.
like split it like and then do like
I love your ideas.
And I
Those are
feel-
very
yeah,
innovative.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
people would
spitball in here.
get like more relaxed during the school day too. Like, if
That
that
would
was
be
their class,
awesome,
like, it
like-
would be like a nice break for them. And,
imagine
for
someone goes
learning.
from like an AP to like the wellness class.
Right.
Like that would be
Yeah.
so good.
Right.
So good for
So
the
as
students.
the position I'm in right now is
Mhm.
SEL coach, so it's a social emotional learning coach, and it's
Yeah.
for the district, so it's high school,
Wow.
middle school, and the 3 elementary schools.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
So
Wow.
yeah, so today, like right after I leave here, I'm running back and I'm teaching a kindergarten class.
Oh, wow.
On mindfulness.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to be doing breathing and just little exercises, and so I get to work with all levels, which is really
That's so
it's amazing.
cool.
So we're really starting to kind of build in our district, build that foundation, so kids know the strategies, know the tips and tricks, know ways that they can self-regulate, because it's all about being self-aware
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then being able to manage ourselves. And once we can do that, then we can have better relationship skills, we have better decision-making skills, you know, so it's all connected. And of course, social awareness too, which first we have to get to know ourselves. First we have
Yeah.
to understand
Yeah.
ourselves, and then we can really enjoy life and share.
Do you
with
have like a
others.
preferred like grade level you teach, like
Ooh.
elementary, middle, or high schoolers?
I don't really, to be honest with you. I mean, I've always been an elementary school teacher. Right
Yeah.
before I started this job.
You're
yeah.
at Dow.
Before I started this, I was at Ocean
Dow.
Elementary and teaching second grade for many years there, which I loved. And prior to that, I taught in Homedale and I taught third grade, and I actually taught kindergarten too, and at Dow. I
gosh.
I
Yes.
forgot about that. So yeah, I love elementary. That's where I started.
always been,
Yeah.
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 But now getting into the middle school and the high school, it's really
It's more
amazing.
tense in the middle school and high school.
It
I feel.
is.
Starts to
My
get,
favorite
like,
part is getting
real.
to see my students, though. You know,
Yeah.
And
All
I see
grown
those second
up.
graders growing up, and they're taller than me, which isn't hard to
And
me.
they're
but,
gonna be graduating.
Yeah, so it's really been such a, I don't know, it's just really rewarding to get to see
Yeah.
them, and they remember me, which is nice. So that's my favorite part.
Aw. Yeah. Do you like remember students? Like
I do.
feel like okay.
Oh my gosh, I'll never.
I feel
forget
like
any of my
if I ever
students.
see a teacher in public, like from like elementary school, I feel like I can't go say hi because like they won't know who I am.
It's
like,
amazing how the students just like are the same
The
little face,
same.
except
Yeah.
just taller. You can
Same
still
little
see, it's so sweet. And sometimes I forget a name, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
And especially now being in all 5 schools, knowing all of the names, it's really
It's
a
bound
no,
to
challenge.
it can,
happen.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow. Like, do you like have like a preferred like yoga either like position or like place to do yoga? Like
Yes. For years I was teaching in a studio. I would just rent space at different spots, like a martial arts studio or even at a gym. I would use their space. But then when I started teaching outdoors by the ocean,
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds
that's it.
amazing.
It's hard for me to go inside anymore.
Yeah.
So every summer, for the I don't know how many years. It's been many years now since I have two girls, and since they were like really young, I've been teaching at Allenhurst Beach Club, and you don't have to be a member there to come.
You don't?
So, no, but
Oh my
what's
God.
great about
over the
it,
summer,
We'll
Yeah.
probably you'll probably
Definitely.
see us.
Okay, I'll give you the schedule, but the best part of it is it's shaded, so you're not out in the sun,
Oh,
and you're
that's
not on the
smart.
sand either. So you're on like a deck surface that has a gazebo over it, a big overhang. So you're just gazing out to the sand and the ocean and the horizon. It's beautiful, and you're in the shade.
Yeah.
And there's usually a nice breeze coming through there, so it's great. And then in the evening, I do a class up on the rooftop of the restaurant called
gosh.
Mr. C's.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
That's so
yeah, that's
cool.
amazing. It's like you're touching the sky when you're up there. And
Oh
you
my
can,
God, the stars are
just everything. All you
Wow.
see is the ocean and the sunset. It's just a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful space to practice. So yeah,
No,
that's
yeah.
my favorite.
Over spring break, I'm going to Costa Rica, like with the school, and we're doing yoga in the rainforest.
Oh
and
my-
I am so.
That-
I feel like that's something you need to do.
That
like,
is amazing.
I'm so
That's
excited.
definitely on my bucket list, Costa Rica. I haven't been there yet, but I hear it is just phenomenal.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So jealous
Wow.
of you.
You
That's
should have
great.
came.
Yeah, when is that? Spring break?
It's spring break, yeah. I'm so excited.
Should have been a
Pico's
chaperone
going
for that.
too.
I am going.
Hi, Vigo.
Hello. And it's with Miss Demira.
Yeah.
So she'll be
Oh,
there.
You
That's
should have came.
incredible. Yeah, good for her.
The amount of times we talked about Costa Rica on this podcast
I know.
just makes me so
I'm just
jealous.
so excited for it, so that's why I keep like talking about it.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible.
Thank
Happy
you
for
so
you.
much for
Oh, you're
joining
so
us.
welcome.
Yeah.
I
Yay.
really appreciate all of you do for not just our school, but for everybody in the district. And
Thank you.
I can speak for everybody on their behalf when we say that we appreciate you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah,
No,
thank you.
thank-
Like, that is
yeah.
like incredible.
I'm glad that I was able to, and I'm glad that.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome. You're really good at this.
Oh, thank you.
I'm more shy than you two are. I'm like hiding behind the microphone.
Oh my God. All right,
All
well,
right.
we will see you on SEL week.
Yep, definitely. Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.